take a look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me if you recognize it.
I do.
A photograph of you. I'm sorry, it's not of you, but do you see your legs in that photograph?
Yes,
Okay, and you also see the legs of Mr. O'Keefe on the hospital gurney, correct?
I do.
And you see a pile of clothes there?
Correct.
You want to have this marked and admitted? Objection?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Exhibit 568. 568? Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're ready? May I inquire?
Yes.
Thank you. Request the court's permission to publish.
Okay.
Do you see this? Do you see the photograph in front of you? Is that the same photograph that's been published up on the television screen?
Yes, sir.
Directing your attention to the leftmost portion of the photograph, you see the clothes. First, the clothes on the ground.
I do, yes.
Okay, that appears to be what? What items or articles of clothing do you see?
The t-shirt, possibly the jeans.
Gray shirt as well.
Yes.
Okay. And those are your legs to the uppermost part of the screen, correct?
I believe.
In the blue pants.
Yes,
And you see to the leftmost portion of the screen a chair.
I do.
See what's on that chair?
My binder.
That's your portfolio?
It is.
Okay. That's something that you carry routinely as you're investigating during the course of your investigations?
Yes.
You keep your notes and things of that nature?
Yes.
Pens, paper?
Correct.
All right. Let me get that down. You indicated that you took possession of those clothing items from Good Samaritan Hospital, correct? You bagged them? Bagged, B-A-G-G-E-D, bagged them?
Yes.
And then what did you, they came into Massachusetts State Police custody until they were handed over to the Commonwealth, correct?
Yes, they were archived.
You drafted the search warrant for the Ring Video access records, correct?
I did.
You obtained the warrant returns once those search warrants were executed, correct?
I did.
You took possession of Mr. O'Keefe's cell phone physically, correct?
Yes.
And you had access to Mr. O'Keefe's Ring account in that cell phone, is that right?
Correct.
You indicated that you reviewed several of the videos on his Ring app on his cell phone, is that right?
Yes.
So you obviously had not only possession of his cell phone, you had possession of his login account information to get into the app on his cell phone. Is that right?
I don't believe we had the password. We had his email account associated with the Ring.
Which means
Yeah.
somehow or another, you could get access to the Ring videos
Correct.
and watch those Ring videos on his app on the phone.
Yes.
Which means you had full access to the app. You could keep videos, you could save for later, you could delete videos, you could do anything you wanted to within that app, correct?
Yes, those are the capabilities within that app.
Trooper Proctor, did you delete any of the Ring videos ever from John O'Keefe's phone?
Absolutely not.
Did you delete a video of Miss Reed arriving to One Meadows at approximately 12:41 a.m. on January 29th, 2022?
Absolutely not.
You will agree, Trooper Proctor, that the video of Miss Reed returning home from 34 Fairview at approximately 12:41 a.m. is not there.
Correct.
As the case officer, you're aware that Trooper DeChico also reviewed some or all of those videos, correct?
Yes.
And he did that at your request.
Correct.
He took notes of his review of those videos, correct?
Yes,
And then he provided those notes to you so that you could then memorialize those notes and your notes in a broader report that you then drafted in November of 2022, correct?
from memory serves me, the report I wrote regarding the ring camera was based off my observations of the videos that I had watched.
But you certainly did have, as you just indicated, you did accumulate his notes and review his notes as well as your own notes, correct?
Best of my recollection, I wrote that report off of my notes.
Did you actually, at any point before writing your report, did you note or did you review his notes?
I can't recall.
You asked him, he reviewed the videos at your directions, correct? At
Yes.
your direction, correct?
Yes,
And obviously he would have wanted to provide you whatever insights he had into his review of those videos. Otherwise, what's the point, right?
correct.
So when you reviewed his notes, did you see that they were on some sticky pads? You remember that?
That sounds about right.
Do you recall exactly, as you sit here, exactly what was on one or more of those sticky pads that you reviewed from Trooper DeChico?
I don't know.
Would it refresh your recollection if you would take a look at a copy of those notes?
Yes.
May I, Your Honor?
Yes.
Ma'am,
Yes.
if you would mind taking a look at the top or the uppermost top note that's highlighted with a sticky note next to it.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, May I approach?
Yes.
Trooper Proctor, do you have these notes in mind, specifically the uppermost note?
The 0041?
Correct.
Yes.
You reviewed this previously before you wrote your report, correct?
Yes.
All right. And you note that at 0041, which is a time relative to what DeChico was looking at on the ring video, he indicated tail lights from driveway, parentheses, I think she arrived home, in parentheses, correct?
Correct.
0041 is what? Is that in reference to?
Just after midnight, the approximate time where Miss Reed will be returning from Fairview Road.
It's military time for 12:41 a.m., correct?
Yes.
You wrote a report on November, I earlier said November, it's actually June 1, 2022, memorializing the times that were of note to you in that ring footage, correct?
Yes.
Do you recall every single entry that you made concerning the events that were of note to you that were reflected in your report?
The majority of them. Every single one.
Would it refresh your recollection to look at a copy of your report to determine what all you did and did not note?
Yes, sir.
Fair approach?
Sure. Do you have it with you, Trooper? Do you have your report with you?
Don't you on it?
Okay.
Than me. And then Bird writes, what's the story, correct?
Correct.
And you wrote, she hit him with her car. Is that right?
Yes.
Have you ever seen, in your experience, have you ever seen a pedestrian who's hit by a 6,000-pound car